Hey there everyone, this is Jeff Perkins with JD Cutlery doing another quick video on two very special Reate K1 newly anodized knives that we've taken care of. One of these is already pre-ordered by one of my VIP customers. This is the first of the engraved Reate K1s that I've had in stock. This one has a very beautiful Damasteal Damascus blade. Really happy with the quality of this. The engraving on this piece is all hand done. I was talking to David at the USN show, and he does not use a laser engraver for any of the engraving, so one of his people there at the shop actually do the hand engraving. So I'm going to go ahead and hit these one at a time. Two very beautiful, very different looking knives. We're really happy with these. Go ahead and shoot a shot of the Damascus in this blade. This is the Damasteal Damascus. It is a powdered steel Damascus made in Sweden. Just some beautiful stuff. The variation that they have in this Damascus is just amazing. This one we did up with a purple background. It is definitely more purple in person. Right now the blue is kind of popping on it, with gold screws and gold engraving. So this one was a ton of work to get done. There was a lot that went into doing the engraving and getting this one taken care of correctly. So very happy. The engraving looks good. Had to paint into the background again to make that engraving pop again. So painting, then taking non-acetone paint remover and removing layer after layer till the engraving came out and really showed the engraving nicely. It's cool that they did the back spacer as well. Not sure exactly what you'd call that pattern, but the engraving on these things is really nice. Definitely hand done. No question of whether it was hand completed versus laser etched. So very happy with the way these turned out. The anodizing on this was just crazy. You can see that there's a couple teeny tiny spots up in the top where it's been cut out, where they did all the hand engraving. This was just smooth all the way over, and they engraved that line across. Well, between the different levels of the engraving of the pattern that's here and the pattern that's there, threw the electricity off just a tiny bit in a couple spots. Looks like I need to remove a little bit more black here at this edge. That'll be taken care of before I send it out. Got some fingerprint marks here, but really nice quality stuff. Looks really good. Looks like I do have to touch it up a little bit more before I send it out. But it's amazing what the video shows, man. You don't see those little tiny spots of black right there. In person, you can barely even tell they're there. So that's kind of interesting. It lets you know kind of the detail that the camera is picking up. The engraving does go underneath the pocket clip as well. But it turned out really nice. I think that gold purple was a really good choice. And of course, the Damasteal Damascus is just amazing. Perfectly centered. Look at the pattern on the top of the blade on that. I mean, it's just amazing Damascus in these knives. You can even see it in the flipper, down in the tab. Fortunately, there we go. I mean, just amazing. quality in these knives. For the money, you just are not going to beat it. Definitely mid-tech level knife, hand assembled, hand fit. In this case, hand engraved. I mean, there are a number of companies out there that would call this a full-on custom knife. And the level of quality that you're getting in it for the dollar amount just isn't going to be matched. So these K1s, I can't get over how smooth they are. The K3s are nice and smooth as well, but something about the way this blade is designed and the flipper is designed on these, every single one I've had has just been an amazing flipper. Super smooth, incredible knives. So again, this one was purchased by a VIP customer. Did a lot of extra work on it, trying to get everything taken care of for him. Really turned out nice. That black really makes that gold pop. So a lot of time went into getting the engraving to look right with the anodizing. And as you can see, I mean, when you get right up on top of it, you can see all the little spots where, I mean, it's definitely proof that it was hand engraved. But man, you give that just a little bit of distance and look at how that looks. It's just so sharp. This will look so nice in a display case with a lot of other nice high-end knives. That is just one sharp looking knife. So very pleased with the way that turned out. I can honestly say that'll probably be the only hand engraved one that I work on. There was a lot of extra work that went into that. So that will probably be it. This one I had done a video on earlier. And the Damascus was a different color. I went ahead and hit it with electricity, trying to get some crazy green purple, and it really kind of blanded it out. So I buffed it all out, and I went after it with a torch, and I tried to give it as much variation as I could, going bronze with purple in the background, bronze back into purple, giving it some different layers of blue in coloring. Really happy with the way it turned out. I was amazed at how sharp that Damascus looked once I had it finished. Went with a nice bronze on all the screws to match the background and the pocket clip. And the background is a deep, almost maroon purple, and then you can see that edge is slightly buffed, so you get a purple edge along the Damascus insert. So you got that purple edge with a deep bronze purple, almost a maroon color in the background. And then well, that didn't turn out very good. That's what it looks like with fingerprints. Let's go ahead and clean that off again. I love the way the buff bronze looks, but unfortunately when you fingerprint it up, sometimes it takes that rich golden color out of it. So a little bit of Windex and boom, look at that. Man, matched up nicely with those Mokuti inserts. I was really happy. When you're looking at this thing in your hand, the color from this to this, just spot on. So very happy with that. Yet another different pattern in the Damasteal Damascus. One of the other ones I had almost a fingerprint pattern with like lines that were pretty straight. That one was done with a nice light blue, was buffed out. This one has that circle pattern in it, and then you saw the engraved pattern. So just the amount of variation in the Damasteal is amazing. Just beautiful stuff. Really happy with the way this one turned out. I'm so glad that I played around with the coloring on the insert, because I like that color. It really pops nicely. I like that the background has variation going up and down, bronze to the purpley blue to bronze to purpley blue. Unfortunately, the pocket clip is showing, covering part of it. Oh, well, just fingerprinted up the pocket clip for you. But again, incredibly smooth on the flipping action. You just can't go wrong with these K1s. Of course, centered up beautifully. And look at, again, the Damascus pattern at the top of the blade. It's just amazing how cool this stuff looks. The pattern's not quite as distinct in this portion of it, but man, the top of it, I love how you can see that, how it kind of goes from the swedge over the top into the swedge. Just totally cool looking. Really happy with this. This is a beautiful piece. We'll see how long it lasts. This is taking an art knife made by the folks over at Reate to yet a whole nother level. Of course, you guys have seen them. They come in gray. Sorry, I fingerprinted the heck out of this thing now. Come in gray, and yeah, the Damascus and the Damascus look fantastic, but there's just so much more we can do with these knives by hitting them with some anodizing. The color in this thing is really sharp, really plays to the Mokuti insert. So we will have this one posted in the next day or so. This one will be going out to the customer once I do those last final little finishing up touches. I might hit a couple little spots in the black again. Like I said, this one's had a ton of time go into it, trying to make it all look nice and uniform and really look good. It's the first time I've ever anodized something that was engraved. It will probably be the last time. It was a ton of work, but man, the result in this thing is just beautiful. Really happy with both of these knives. Cannot go wrong. If you are looking for high-end, very nice quality mid-tech knives, pushing custom quality without a doubt, you can't go wrong with the Reate knives. Their fit and finish is great. You can see the materials they're using. Even their standard K1 is M390, carbon fiber inlays. I mean, they take it to a whole nother level on their mid-tech knives. And honestly, these two, especially the top one, definitely pushing the custom envelope. I would say the engraving and the fact that everything is hand finished, I would pretty much call that a custom knife. And I know a lot of makers out there that would be selling that as a full-on custom knife. So thank you for checking these two beauties out. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you on the next one.